Hello again, book lovers. It's me, Raimskie, and welcome to another book review for 2021. And this time, I will be reviewing the book The Summer of Everything by Julian Winters. Alright, so before I make this video longer, I just want to start things off by saying that this book is such a fun and light read to have. Because after the emotional... Wait a minute. Oh! We have the same color! So summery. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked right now, so I'm sorry. So where was I again? Oh yeah, this book is such a fun and light read. Because after the emotional turmoil that docile... I said it correctly this time. I said it correctly! Not docile, it's docile. So after the emotional turmoil that book has put me through, this one is such a life savior. Like, you guys, I cannot tell you how much this book has pulled me out of that black hole that docile has put me through, has put me in. I'm sorry, KM, but it's completely unforgettable. But this one is unforgettable as well, but in a very light and fun way. And oh my god, I have to say that there has been no chapter within this book when I did not laugh out loud. Because the humor in this book is so good. It pokes fun on some other genres of books, and it pokes fun at other authors as well. No, not other authors in real life, but other fictional authors rather, who are in this book. Because the real life authors that this book has mentioned, it has put them on a sort of pedestal. I mean, Julian Winters just kept on praising other authors that he mentions in this book. And what I liked the most about this book, and I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love it as well, is that it has a friends to lovers kind of trope. So basically this book is, if I'm going to sum it up, it mentions childhood crushes, or all about childhood crushes, all about the difficult transitions in our lives. It heavily discusses, or it heavily focuses on that issue, because the protagonist in this book is going through a transition of being a fresh high school graduate and going into college. And in this book, he is trying his best to find out which career he would like to have, or which path he would like to take during college. And on top of that, he has this long-time crush with his childhood best friend, who he may or may not end getting up with, I guess. Again, you just have to read this book if you want to find out. Plus, the bookstore where he works at, which is also his second home, because he spent most of his childhood right there in that bookstore. Actually, in the corner of the bookstore, in the comic corner of the bookstore. When he found out that the bookstore where he works at is about to close down, so I'm just going to put it out there. When he found out that the bookstore where he works out is about to close down, his anxiety about his life has just gone off through the roof. And he had a mental breakdown. Because can you just imagine, he is stressing about confessing to his childhood crush, who might or might not reciprocate his feelings for him. His parents are kind of pressuring him on the path he's going to take during his college, plus his disdain for his brother, because apparently Wes and his brother, older brother rather, has this like relationship gap, huge relationship gap between them. So whenever these two people meet, these brothers meet, it's kind of awkward because they don't know how to express their feelings for each other. So when Wes found out that the bookstore is going through a difficult time, which could possibly lead to it closing down, he's just had a mental breakdown. So he tried his best to help the bookstore by brainstorming with the staff of that bookstore as well, because he considers those other staff in the bookstore his group of friends. Actually, they are a group of friends, to be honest. So they did try their best by coming up with events to save the bookstore itself. And the question here right now is, will they be able to save the bookstore? And what happened to the owner? So if you guys want to find out, again, you have to read this book. So yeah, so that's kind of like the summary of what would happen or what happened in the book. So one of the things that I actually don't like about this book is that I don't have any thing that I don't like about this book. So it's because it's such a fun read, and every single chapter again made me laugh out loud, like LOL, girl. And okay, I'm going to say it right now that probably my most liked thing about this book is that it has a diversity in character. I mean, you have diversity both in race or color, skin color, and it has diversity in sexuality and gender identity and expression. Again, the books that has those are a must read. And those books are top-notch for me because by creating such a diverse group of characters is a lot more realistic in life than a book, or it's much more compelling, I guess. It's much more interesting, rather, than a book that is completely just full of white people. Like, I remember reading last year a book that is completely pale because most of the characters are white. So if you are looking for a book that has diversity, complete diversity here, because there's Black, Asian, Polynesian, which is one of the hottest characters. I'm going to say his name. It's Manui. So this character Manui is Polynesian, Filipino, Japanese. Yes, you heard me right. He's part Filipino. So, and you have to find out what role he has in this book. So read it. So yeah, Mexican or Mexican, if you can say. And I did say Black, right? So yeah, it has a wide range of race in the characters. And when it comes to gender identity and expression and sexual orientation, we have bisexuals, lesbians, gays, someone who is questioning themselves. And if you guys want to find out who that is, again, read this book. A non-binary character who is essential to the story. They are essential to the story. So it's not like the other non-binary characters in other books who are just put aside and forgotten the rest of the story. This non-binary character here is completely essential to Wesley Hudson's story. Oh, and one of the things that I liked about this book, and I really am not for liking physical attributes of a book, but this copy that I have has like these thick pages, and the paper is just so darn good that I'm afraid I might be ruining the paper as I turn the page because it's just so thick. The paper is just so good. So I think this is the only time that I will be talking about liking a physical attribute of the book. Because the paper is just so good. It's high quality, top notch, if I may. So, before I forget, my rating for this book is 8 wonderful stars. 8 out of 10 stars because it's just that good, guys. It will make your day brighter. That's a little bit creepy. So, I hope you guys liked this book review video of mine. And please do leave a thumbs up, put a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you'd like, please do follow me on my Bookstagram as well, with the handle @Raimskie Reads. That's at RAIMSKIE READS. Raimskie Reads, no space in between. So yeah. So again, this is Raimskie telling you guys to please hunt, discover, and read those queer books. Queer out!